So you join me, Nick, at Nova Adventures in a sleepy little lane in West Wales somewhere, and I seem to have done it again. I'm just walking back towards where I didn't come in, but on the second time of trying we found what we wanted to find. It's nothing massive, but you'll see by the video it's virtually untouched, undamaged, not graffitied and not bashed about by idiots. I've already done it, so I know what I'm talking about. So anyway, here we are. I will just out of the wind now, and we came from that direction and we drove past here twice, and that would have been a huge tree. And down in the distance there, about the center of your picture now, is where we went. And then there's a bridle path both ways, and the bridle path comes down the road. This is just the intro for you. It's a bit windy, so we didn't manage to get the drone up. I'm covered in sticky balls, as I call them, when my cat brings them in. Yeah, as you'll see at the end of the video, we were so focused about people coming in or somebody coming and spotting us that I just walked off a wall and found myself about a metre down from where I was originally. So I kind of knew then that that was the time to get the fuck out of there before I got caught and before I did myself any damage. There's Nova. Some of you might know who she is. That's my camper. And then we walked off down that track there, and then you'll now pick up the start of my urban explore. Enjoy this one, guys. As I said, it's not massive, but it is virtually untouched. No furniture though, just, well, you'll see. Anyway, let's step into it. Here we go. Good afternoon, people, and welcome back to Nick at Nova Adventures on another urban explore. So I was told about this house. It is derelict, nobody living here, boarded up, but there is a way in. You have to be careful because we are fairly near the road here in the heart of West Wales, and there is a bridle path running just the other side of those buildings, so we need to be quick to get in, and this is our way in. Right, so that's our way in through that window there. The road runs up just the other side of that gate. Okay, so we are in the room. Look at that for a light fitting. They don't make them like that anymore. And obviously a fireplace, the original carpet down there, and it has seen a lot of damage, but natural by the looks of it. Doesn't look like there's been many people in here. And we found a cup with no handle in that on the wall. We put that back. Okay, let's go through the door, see if we can get further in. Yes, we can. That would have been the front door, and this would have been, of course, the kitchen, with a unit at the top there and an original Rayburn. Wow. Massive ingle nook behind here. Here we go, look. looking back into the kitchen, and what we call in Wales a cwtch stand star by that. Right, we're going to do all the ground floor first and then go upstairs and then take some photos and get the hell out of here. And before we go anywhere, you can see up on the floor joist there what would have been meat hooks, and we're going to enter this latch door here. Oh, that made hell of a noise. Here we are then. This would have been the scullery or pantry. Massive, oh, don't know what that is. It's some kind of electrical appliance, probably a chest freezer. But yeah, original features in this one. Another period style light fit in there. Okay, let's get out of the pantry and walk you through the rest of this house. Original tiles on the floor and another door leading to another room with slate slabs on the floor. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And some nice patina on the walls. Original windows, and the cows are in the field enjoying a good munch. Okay, let's take you to the next room. Another cwtch stand star there, look. Cwtch stand star is a cupboard under the stairs, and if you look there, that is a gun cabinet which is locked. That's a bit nervy when you find a gun cabinet in a house, isn't it? Okay, and then another door would have been there that you would have come through. Okay, through the next door, which is that one right there. And we look back into the house. There's the staircase going up to the first floor, and a good old crowbar on that newel post. Much the same then as the room opposite. There's a bird's nest up there. There are bits of paper, which is the Agricultural Wages Board, England and Wales, 1980. Oh, spider on the floor. And then there are these little packets dating back to 1979 and 1979. So we do leave this all in place. We don't take anything away from these houses. And what was this? Crossed stamp duty. That's what that is. And it looks like, there we are, look at that. September the 21st, 1962, and wages of £12.10. So that is a checkbook, believe it or not, checkbook stub. Going back to 68, 62. Wow, we'll leave that on the floor where we found it. And another period style fireplace with a cupboard either side. Wow. And of course another period style light fitting. We'll take some photos of these as well. And some period style wallpaper, and another cupboard the other side. I've just found that in the cupboard, and I thought, oh, that's a photo of somebody who once lived here. But no, what is it? It's advert for cigarettes. I'm not sure if you can see that. I'll take a photo of that when we come back. How different advertising for cigarettes is these days. Okay, right, I think that is the downstairs more or less covered. There would have been the coat hooks there, look, and another amazing period style lamp fitting up there. They don't make them like that anymore. Okay, there's two staircases in this place. There's one over there, look through there, right at the back, and the main staircase that would have been from the entrance hall right here. Right then, let's take you upstairs, as my mum used to call it, up the wooden hill. Got to be very careful in these old houses. The floor does look in good condition. Right, where to first? Right, this door down into a down steps. Not much to see in this one. It is in the lean-to part of the house. Okay, let's go through the next door then. That one is where the staircase comes up in the back of the kitchen that I just showed you. So we'll go through that one in a minute. Nice window out there. Right, into the bathroom. Look at that sink, and it's old lead piping as well, as you can see there. And the bath. That is a ton of weight in that bath. And some period style taps there, look. And the Johnny, or the toilet. And then we have a cupboard with a water tank above. So definitely is the bathroom, isn't it? And we've got another door there, look, in the bathroom, which leads to the staircase from the kitchen. So we will look at that in a minute. Not much to see in regards of the light fitting or the lampshade in that one. Tongue and groove ceilings and nice wide floorboards on the floor. I'm very wary because over in the distance there is the working farm and some outbuildings there, so constantly sort of watching over my shoulder. Right, let's go through to the other part of the house along the landing and what would have been the bedrooms. So again, not much of a light fit in there, just a lampshade. But of course, look at that fireplace. Probably the best fireplace in the whole house there. Wow. The actual surround's gone, as you can see, but the fireplace itself is still in situ. And we have another lampshade for you. So if you've got a fetish of lampshades, then this one is for you. Wow. So you know what UrbanExplor is all about. I call it UrbanExplor. URBAN capital EXPLOR. So there we are, the layers of wallpaper. We've got that one there, look, floral design on there. Then we have another floral design there, and then lastly the third and final one right there. So 3 layers of wallpaper in this one. Original doors, original handles. Let's have a look at the handles. You don't see many of them. Let's shut that door. Sounded like Larry Grayson there, didn't I? Anyway, look, there's the door handle there. Period style again, they're all like that, look. There's another one right there. Okay, the last room on the first floor in this one, it's had the window blocked up. Just a standard period lampshade for you in this one. Heard a door then, but I think that was the room that we've just been in. And then the fireplace and the surround have both vanished from this room. Okay, and then we look out onto the fields and you'll see them now. Out there are the cows chomping at the bit. Right, let's walk back through that door then and go to the other part of the house on the first floor. through that door now, then the one where we came up the top of the landing, and I've noticed in these, if you can see that, the door handles are a lot smaller in these ones than in the front part of the house. The front part of the house, they're really big, and then in the back part of the house they are really small. Let's close that door behind us, and then look at that plug socket. Wow. And tongue and groove on the walls there, and of course this is the bathroom that we came out of. And then in there, look, a light switch, period style. You pay a lot of money for them. And then again, similarly to the room we went in, just another one that is in the lean-to part of the house. And that really is about it. There's not a lot more we can see. We'll go down the stairs that we didn't come up, but be very careful. And that's the view we have out of the window. The oil tank sitting down there, look. And then we come down back into what would have been the kitchen. Okay people, that is it for this one. We have a few more on the cards, but not sure when we will get to them. So, I mean, shame these houses are being left. This one isn't in that bad a condition. I've been in worse. There is a bit of subsidence in the floor as you come in there. And there's a bit then just around as you walk through to the kitchen there. So anyway, we're going to leave it here. Just a quick overview before we leave. We might get some outside video or photos, we shall see. But I do love these period style lampshades. And just the way back in the day when they would have thought, what can we do with that space? I know, we'll build a unit. Even the Kutch stand star, they've put a unit or a cupboard over the top of it. I'm not sure what that is for. It's a funny sort of, obviously got a purpose for something. For what, I'm not quite sure. We have then come to the outside quickly, and we found on the wall, we found a kettle. So, do you think it's time for a cuppa in that? Wow. So as you can see, it's pretty bad on the outside. Single glazed sash timber windows. But generally speaking, the whole external is not in bad a shape. I can't see much evidence of subsidence. So I'm not sure of the history of this place at all. Okay, I'm being a bit quiet. We came in through there. I'm just going to swing you around now and get, there we are, there's one bit of it. We need to come back just a little bit more to get the whole elevation in the same shot for you. Missing slates at the top there. So yeah, I think we've just about got as much as we can. We get something down here. We are very quiet. Don't want to startle the cattle because then the farmer will know that there's somebody here. There we are, there's the side elevation. I know you can't quite see that in the shadow. Right, okay, let's see if we can get to the outbuildings. So we've come into the first shed, and this would have been the dairy where they would have milked the cows. There's not much left of it. You can see the stool chair and pipe running over the top there, and you can see the bars on the side there with the shackles, but other than that there's not really a lot to be seen in this part. It is very, very collapsed. We might be able to get through there, but in all, not very safe, so I think we're going to get out of here. You can see by there a tree trunk has been used to support the fallen roof, so I think it's time to get the hell out of here. We have then managed to get into the other side. We were in through there. We've now come in here. It's a bit dark, but I think you can see everything. Again, this might have been the feed-in building, because you've got the troughs on the ground there, and again being held up by tree stumps, or very, very, very sketchy in here. What's through here? We don't know. Let's go and have a quick look. Oh wow, 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 wow. So this would have been the working pump house. You can see a cogwheel there, that would have had a belt on it. There's a motor in there, various containers, and then there is another, looks to be something with a hopper on top, and again the wheels where the belts would have been driven. And if you can just see up there, so in that corner there, there's a bar running, there's wheels on that, and then we have here, we have some they're metal rings, and then you've got the belts here, look, and then you've got a big machine there. Again, it's got a hopper on it. So yeah, this is the plant room to the dairy. Wow, amazing. Okay then, that really is it from this one. And you know the time to go when you are so worried about somebody coming that you just step off a wall. Yeah, it's about 3 foot down there. I just stepped straight off, bang, into all that. So I've got a rash coming now because I'm in the stinging nettles in the brambles. So on that bombshell, it is time to really end this one. Okay, hope you've enjoyed it. Again, getting into the urban exploring stuff, and we haven't broken in, we haven't damaged anything, we haven't taken anything away, only video, photos and memories of what is here.